Hey, hey.
Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl,
I don't dance, I work. I slay.
and then session.
But I don't work for free. That's not the case, honey. Y'all, this is one of my favorite songs by Todrick Hall. It's called Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. When I'm feeling like myself and I'm like, it's time to work, I put this song on and it just puts me in a vibe. And I feel like Jennifer came with the outfit today. I came with the outfit today, and we just have to play this song, okay? It just had to be played because we look fire right now.
That's true.
Jennifer, you look amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking the time out to be on here with me. We're not going to be on here super long. I'm going to give Jennifer the opportunity to introduce herself and just say hey to you guys. But I wanted to just come on here and just chat with y'all because Jennifer closed a $40,000 paid in full contract. And I am so excited for her and proud of her and just like, it's so amazing. So we're going to go into all of it, y'all. We're going to break it all the way down. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. But I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I don't want to spend too much time on all the extra stuff. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gabrielle Leonard. I am a business expansion coach and I help my clients to expand into landing high-end clientele, whether that is corporate clientele or private clientele. And Jennifer is on here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jennifer, to the people.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jen Kremer, and I help coach corporate clients to help their businesses be profitable and drive process efficiencies and help them just expand.
Yes. And so Jennifer is all about the processes and all about efficiency. And she came to one of my classes. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to ask a couple of questions.
Okay.
Y'all know how this goes. I'm going to ask some questions. She's going to talk. We're going to be ourselves. We're going to be silly. Like you. That's how we are here. So Jennifer has lost a little bit of her voice, y'all. So if you hear her raspy,
It's very
voice,
sultry today.
very
sexy.
sultry. Very sultry, very sensual. I'm kidding, but she's gonna come on here. She's gonna talk to y'all, and I want y'all to just listen. And I want you to kind of put yourself in her shoes, like what she was going through in the moment, and kind of just celebrate her because this is huge, y'all. This is amazing, huge stuff. So let's talk about it. So you attended one of my classes. I want to ask a question. What made you decide to attend one of my classes? That's the first thing I want to know.
Okay, so I don't even think I told you this. What made me attend is I have been following you for a while, and you always look fabulous, and you're always fun. And you did a live. I don't even know what you're talking about, but you did a live, and you had a glass of wine, and you were just dancing for like the first 5+ minutes. You were just like, we're just having wine. And when I was like, this is my person. But then I actually listened to the words coming out of your mouth. And you were talking a lot about results with corporate clients. Mm-hmm. And I had really been struggling with trying to break away from my fear around corporate. And so hearing you say, I help my clients produce these results, you say it over and over and over. Plus you look fabulous saying it. And I'm like, that's what I want in my life. I want to be fabulous while I'm doing it.
And first of all, you came to slay, okay? You look amazing. I'm here for the glitter and the glam. You look awesome. So you already look fabulous, and now you are fabulous and closing high-end contracts. So
yes.
About come on, you are a closer. This is what we do.
I told my husband, I was like, now I'm a close her. And Gabrielle said I was.
Exactly. And that's what literally you just embodied what I mean by a closer. Like a closer, we are out here being feminine. We are beautiful women. We are out here closing contracts and killing the game. And that is what it means to be a closer. Okay. So when y'all wonder, well, what is a closer? This is what it is. Okay. Exactly. Come on, closer. All right. So she told you guys what made her decide to join one of my classes. So what I want to know is, what was your experience like in one of my classes? Like you came to a class with me. What was that experience like for you?
I came to the class. I listened no matter what live. I was cooking. I was taking care of my 4 kids at the same time. I listened to your live the whole time. I even listened to it again the next day. And what made me come to the class, I was like, I want to see these type of results, and I can do 4 days of a crash course listening to you and I was just like, this is what I need to hear. I need to hear how to turn my offer into something that's going to convert in a
Yes.
way that feels easy to me.
And did it feel easy to you to do that? Did it feel easy?
Yes. So I remember you had homework, and I was like, oh lordy. But the homework was enough, like it was a stretch, but it wasn't so much that I couldn't do it
Yeah.
between the next day. And it was tangible things that were going to get me a client. It wasn't like think about yourself or whatever. It was real things that were going to get me to how. And I was like, in 4 days, I pretty much had almost a whole strategy on how I was going to land a client.
Yes, yes, love it. Okay, awesome. So let's talk about what stood out to you the most in one of my classes. When you attended my class, what stood out to you the most when attending that class?
What stood out to me the most, and still I remember the day that you were telling us about things that we should consider that are high topics for corporate companies right now. So you were giving real things, not a lot of these courses, especially the real cheap ones. They give you a nugget, but they don't give you enough to actually do anything with it. So you gave me real nuggets, real homework, I remember you saying, I'm going to give you all of my information. And you
Yes,
did. I didn't feel like you left anything out. And
yeah,
then I was able to convert.
yeah. Yes, love it. And you know what? And that's the thing. And thank you for saying that. What I really wanted you guys to take away from that little nugget of what Jennifer just said is that I actually give you guys tangible, actionable tasks. I give you the right information. Like I'm not keeping stuff. Y'all are getting all the tea. Okay, you are getting all the tea, and you are able to take it and use it. And I say, like, this is something that I want you to walk away from, having strategies in your hand to get the work done, like for real, no joke. So I'm happy that you felt that way, and I'm happy that you actually took the information and put it into action. So let's talk about the are you okay? Are you good?
Yes, sorry.
So let's talk about. So you came to the class, and actually, when you come to my classes, I like to give gifts away. You guys, I love giving away gifts. I love doing giveaways in my classes. Little surprise ones that you know about, ones that you don't know about. And you actually want a call with me, a strategy session with me, because you were showing up every day. You were killing it. You were crushing it, and you want a session with me. What was that like for you?
The session or winning?
The session and winning,
I
all
mean,
of it.
winning, ran through the house. I told my husband, I'm like, oh my God, I want a call. I was like, that's what I really wanted. I really wanted that call. And I was so excited. And I was like, getting with you, like, when can I book it? I'll book it immediately. But the call was so important because you spent so much time with me just going through everything I needed to do to turn my offer into something that was going to make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I have this cough.
You're good.
But it was real nuggets that drove out of me, like what I was capable of doing, but also how to do it and
Yeah.
how to say it.
That was a part too, because it was about taking what you already do, and how you were going to position something and shifting, making little tweaks, changing little verbiage that makes a huge difference in a negotiation room. Like when you
Yep.
like how to present something that you already know how to present, but making it a little bit more appealing to the corporate space, because there's certain verbiage that we're not aware of that if you just make a little tweak, it makes a huge difference. And so
Yeah.
we worked on some verbiage. I also did a couple of shifts to your offer and added some fun things in there for you. And so it was, you were on the call like, whoa, like what is going on?
I was, because there was even things where you were like, no, you're in control. You are in power. And I was like, you're right, I am. But I was saying verbiage just off enough to put it in their lane, and tweaking that made all the difference when I was talking to them, and knowing what to expect too, because I don't think I knew what to expect in the conversation and how to lead the conversation. And so you gave me that to like, how am I going to lead through this, and how am I going to structure it, and I'll know what to expect.
Exactly. And so just knowing that makes a huge difference in those conversations, because I think one of the biggest reasons why people go to a negotiation table or a conversation with a corporation and fail is that they build this thing up in their head. It's like the unknown, and they build this thing up in their head, and then they get there and they bomb because of the fright. But knowing what to expect makes you kind of relax a little bit, get in your body, get out of your head, and just like really dominate the call. And so you were able to do that. So first of all, I'm super excited for you, because I want to talk about your results. So you had a couple of calls with corporations. Let's talk about that. What was that process like for you? You had one that worked out that we were like, yeah, it was, we thought it was going to work out. And then you had one that actually worked out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk us through both of those conversations. Like what was coming up for you with those conversations?
Oh Lordy. So the first one, after I talked with you, I structured a presentation and I did all my research because you are big on knowing. Like, I remember thinking, like, I knew more about the topic than the person did that was potentially going to hire me.
Yep.
And I had this beautiful package and pitch. She had actually introduced me, this potential client introduced me to some other connections that she had.
Yeah.
And then it didn't end up working out that they even wanted the same thing I was offering.
Mm-hmm.
But what did work out, and you told me, you were like, don't worry, another one's coming. And the person that she had introduced me to, that she was a partner within a nonprofit, introduced me and said they actually had someone that needed what I do. So I talked to them, and when I spoke with them, I was just like, what would Gabrielle do? And I was like, okay, here's what I do. Here's what I'm about. I'm the best at it. And I told them, and they were like, okay. And when I said the price, I did not hesitate. And they were like, okay, that's expensive. And I said, well, my husband says I'm expensive too, and I'm worth it.
Period.
So I was like, period. So they called me back in like 3 days and was like, we have permission to write the check. And I said, I will come pick it up. So, I mean, it was just easy. It was just me being me.
Yes.
But I felt like I knew what I was offering and I knew what it was worth. And I didn't hesitate to tell that. So
that's important what you just said. In the class that you attended, I really talked about going to the conversations, being yourself. Because I stress that a lot of people go to the conversation and they're trying to be all professional and like stuffy. You can be professional while being yourself. And I stress class. And when you said that, it made me smile because that's the entire point. They are buying you. They are investing in you. They could have paid anyone else to do the same thing, but they liked what you brought to the table. Right?
Yeah, and they even said to me, they were like, wow, that's expensive, but we really like you. And then I was thinking, like, well, I could have said anything. And they didn't even ask. This one didn't even ask for anything. They didn't ask for a reference, a PowerPoint. Like, they just said, can you walk us through roughly what you do? And I told them, and they were like, we like you. And so that was it. I mean, it was that easy, but I feel like I have the tools behind it to land someone who doesn't need much, but then someone who does need me to power play their like role, what they need me to be in charge. I know how to research that and have the tools and the offer to provide it.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting and that people don't realize, and this is what I teach, is leveraging everything that you do is intentional. Even though the first pitch that you made did not work out the way you wanted to, they were so impressed with that conversation that they recommended you to someone else. And so it's always important to come to that conversation prepared, knowing what to say, knowing how to be persuasive and attractive to your ideal client, so that even if it doesn't work out with that particular person, they will recommend you to someone else. I can't tell you how many times I have like DMs right now of people like, hey, I sent the client to you. Like they are this celebrity person or this person who does this thing. And I'm like, wow, in my DMs, right? This happens when you are just being the most powerful version of you and showing up as her on those conversations. So super excited for you. So let's talk about when you got that check, like picking that check up. What was that like for you when you picked that check up and you went to the bank? And you remember telling me a little bit of a story about that, but I want you to share that right now if you don't mind.
Yeah. So I picked it up. I wanted to meet them. I wanted to meet them anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. And the funny thing was, so we talked. They handed it to me. I didn't look down, right? I just took it and thank you. And we were talking and what we were gonna do and the schedule and everything. And I get to the car. It's not a check. It's the stub. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? This isn't a check. And so I text the executive assistant and I'm like, do your checks normally not have an account number or anything on them? And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So she ran it back out. And then I was like, okay, first of all, that was a sick joke. And then I go to the bank And I stand at the teller and I'm like waiting for her to tell me if it cashed or not. But I knew it would, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like, cause this, I mean, my highest sale before this was 5K. So from 5 to 40
Mm-hmm.
in seconds. So
That's
then I go back,
expansion.
it's,
Yep.
I go back to the car. I sit there and I'm like, I don't know what to do, right? Like, what am I supposed to go do something right now? Like, should I go buy something? Like, what do I do with the rest of my day? Like, it feels very monumental. And I'm like, I didn't have a plan for after I actually cashed it, but it cashed, it cleared, and I was just so excited.
Yes. What is it like having that? Like, so you, and that's huge, right? This is what I do, you guys. And I talk about expansion all the time. This is a part of expanding from 5K, a 5K closer to a 40K closer is a huge expansion. And so, what is the feeling? Like, how surreal was it when you're like, wow, I'm 40 grand richer today? Like that feeling, the realization.
I mean, I talked my husband's ear off about it because I had to like process because 5K felt huge at the time. It did. And it was only a few months ago.
Yeah.
It felt huge. But 40 was, that's like real money. That's like real money. That's like I could buy a car money or like a nice car money. Like it's money.
Yeah.
And feeling like I can do 40, I told my husband, like, I feel like now I could do 100.
Yep.
Like, but if you would have said 5K girl, she would have been like 40 is just down the road. But like now 40, I feel like, oh, next time this is gonna be 75, it's gonna be 100, like no problem. Because I feel like when you told me you're like, that offer's too low, go more. It's almost like I just needed that permission that it was okay.
Yeah.
And then I was able to really lean into it more.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you first pitched something and it was low and I was like, nah, Jennifer. And she was like, okay, I want to charge, I want to ask for more. I'll do it better next time. And you did. And I'm so excited for you. I'm so impressed by your courage because that's a huge thing that, I talk about, Shamika talks about it, our crew, our people talk about. Courage is huge when it comes to going after those opportunities. Like going after opportunities takes a lot of courage, a lot of mindset work, a lot of self-talk, positive self-talk, so that you don't back out, so that you don't talk yourself out of what you deserve and what you're worthy of. And so super excited for you. So let's talk about, I want to ask you this question. What would you say to anyone? So I have a class coming up right now. My class is coming up. It's actually $497 right now. It's going to $997 soon. It's a 2-day live course. So really 2 days where we workshop your high-end offer like Jennifer did. And so you're able to go and sell and get high-end clientele. And so as you guys can see, she came to a class, she had a $40,000 paid in full return. And so this class is very similar to that, except it's not 4 days, it's 2 days, and it's going to be a little bit longer in time because those 4 days were like 1 hour sessions. There's going to be 2 longer hour sessions where we really get in and workshop, and you have access to me as your coach for the 2 days. So what would you say to anyone who's been wanting to come to one of my classes, but is hesitating for some reason, whether it's, a $500 class, like I've never done a $500 class before, whatever the reason is, what would you say to them?
Oh, so much. I would say, first of all, if you've been wanting to do this, if you've been wanting to expand and grow your business, I followed you for a while.
Yeah.
And there was consistent messaging, consistent results, and a consistent vibe. So if you're looking to create a vibe and you're looking to create what you're going to do and who you're going to be about, you are the person. Oh. And what do you have to lose to invest, what, $497, $997?
Because y'all know working with me is $10,000 an hour.
So, I mean, you don't have anything to lose,
yeah,
but you have everything to gain. And you give real information, because that's what I struggle with on a lot of previous ones is there's tools, but there's not actual tangible things to do with it. You have to kind of do that you guide people through that whole process, the whole conversation, the whole thing. So you leave feeling like I got this. Yeah. So you would be silly not to do it, especially in this, like the 2 days, please. Like if you want to be about this vibe that we have going on, then you need
Come on, vibe.
40K in full, people. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're waiting on. It's ridiculous.
Yes,
Look at that coat.
exactly.
That coat and the like lip. Seriously, like what? I just don't understand. If you've been following her, what are you even doing not talking to her and paying her money?
Listen, I am, it's interesting because I don't offer these classes often. Pretty much just you either work with me or you don't. And when I offer these classes, I don't offer them often because I don't want to put fluff in there. I want them to be classes of substance. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, if I'm going to put a class out there, it has to be one that is value packed and it's going to have information that's going to be beneficial to you. So anything else you would like to share with anyone while you're talking, I'm going to put the link to the class in the comment section, you guys. So if you're watching this and you want to know how, like, okay, I want to come to this class, I'm sold, I'm ready, the link is going to be in the comment section. Anything you want to say to everyone watching right now, Jennifer?
No, I just want to say I'm so super honored that you worked with me, that I won that prize and that call with you. It was so valuable. And I have you to thank for so much of things that I've learned and put into practice, and for believing in me, because I think I needed that a little bit too. So
Yeah.
thank you to my fabulous friends.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here tonight with us and being in this vibe. Like, this is what I like. You have no idea how amazing it feels that you are on here in the shimmer and the glam, because that is so my vibe and that is so my community and so what a closer is. We just on here wearing shimmer and bling and we're just closing casually $40,000 contracts.
Totally
Like,
cash.
that's what we do here, right? Me just casually. Being in this space, and so it just makes me so happy because um working towards what I've been working towards for the last couple of years is just seeing the representation of that just makes me so happy. So thank you again for taking the time out to be here and just sharing with everyone your experience, hanging out with me in my classes and having calls with me and going after the corporate contract and getting that 40K client. I appreciate you. Thank you again for being here. Anyone else has any questions, even if you're watching on the replay, put it in the comment section below. I will circle back and answer. The link to purchase the high-end programs live course is a 2-day live course. It's happening on the 16th and the 17th. It's in the comment section below. It is going to $997 on tomorrow. So if you want to get this class before it goes to $997, go ahead and click the link in the comment section below and get it while it's at $497 right now. And I'll see you guys in that class on the 16th and the 17th. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.